Chapter 6 of Copycat Marketing: Synergism. Marriages Made in Heaven. A determined immigrant named Ernst Hamwi was trying his best to sell paper thin Persian waffles at the 1905 World's Fair. He worked from sun up to sundown. He gave away free samples to everyone who walked past his waffle stand. But nothing seemed to work. No one wanted to buy his waffles. To make matters worse, day after day, thousands of hot, hungry fair-goers would rush past Ernst's lonely waffle booth on their way to stand in line at the ice cream booth 2 doors down. Ernst would spend his long days watching the ice cream vendor rake in money hand over fist. Talk about adding insult to injury. On one specially hot, overcrowded afternoon, Ernst's fortune took a sudden turn for the better. The ice cream was selling so fast that the vendor ran out of dishes. In desperation, he ran down to Ernst's waffle stand begging for extra plates. Marriages made in heaven. Ernst didn't have any plates. All he had were stacks and stacks of soft, sweet Persian waffles that he couldn't even give away. Suddenly, Ernst had an idea. Maybe he could roll one of his waffles up into a cone that would hold a scoop of ice cream. Sure enough, the cone worked like a charm, and that was the beginning of the world's love affair with the ice cream cone. Ice cream and Ernst's waffle cone went together like a horse and carriage. It was a marriage made in heaven. The ice cream cone became an overnight sensation and the hit of the 1905 World's Fair. Nearly a century later, ice cream cones are still the world's favorite dessert. The ice cream story is a great example of the concept of synergism. That is, the combination of two different products or concepts is often greater than the sum of its parts. The ice cream cone is creative synergism in action. Ice cream tastes good, waffles taste good too. Put them together, they taste great. The awesome power of creating synergism. History is filled with incidents where the synergism of two distinctly different concepts created breakthrough products, incredibly profitable enterprises, and huge opportunities. One of my favorite synergism stories led to the best-selling product in the history of a major Fortune 500 company, the 3M Corporation. The 3M employee was looking for a way to keep his bookmark from falling out of his hymn book during church choir practice. He explained his problem during a brainstorming meeting at the office. A chemical engineer remembered a failed experiment with a new adhesive and suggested applying it to the back of a notepad. That unlikely marriage between a notepad and a failed adhesive ended up becoming a post-it note, a product that produces billions of dollars in revenues for 3M each year and every year. The secret to successful synergism. The key to a successful synergism is to create an entirely new product or service by combining two seemingly unrelated concepts. Many times, synergisms are a matter of luck, as was the case with the invention of the ice cream cone. Other times, these are a result of some very creative people thinking out of the box. Whatever the cause, the effect of a successful synergism is powerful, unexpected, explosive, and life-altering. Let's take a brief look at 4 modern-day synergisms that have dramatically impacted the lives of people all over the world. The automobile. If a worldwide survey asked people to name the invention that most symbolized the 20th century, most people would likely say the automobile. By synergistically combining the horse-drawn carriage with the internal combustion engine, Carl Benz in Germany and Henry Ford in America chauffeured in the modern age. The fax machine. Can you imagine doing business without a fax machine? With the exception of the telephone, the fax may be the single most affordable and efficient business tool available today. The fax is the perfect example of creative synergism, a combination of the telephone and the copier. What a great concept, and what a marvelous convenience. The personal computer, the PC, is the ultimate synergistic product, a brilliant combination of the calculator and the typewriter. In the early 1960s, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple Computer, had a vision. He saw a day in the not too distant future when there would be a small, inexpensive, incredibly powerful computer sitting atop every desk in every home, office, and school in the world. The PC is synergism at its best. Franchising. It could be argued that franchising is the most successful business model of the 20th century. It is the synergistic combination of the successful chain store like Sears and the small business owner. The concept has been so successful over the last 50 years that today some experts estimate that more than one third of all the goods and services sold in the US are moved through franchisees. These four successful synergisms have impacted the world in a big way. That's for sure. Certainly, each of these synergisms has helped countless people create huge fortunes. But it's safe to say that only the last one on the list, franchising, is a viable means for the average person to copycat their way to wealth. Franchising, a copycatter's dream come true. Let's face it. Very few people have the money or the brains to design and build a new computer or to own and operate a car dealership or a retail store selling fax machines. You can't really copycat these enterprises because they require special skills, lots of money, or both. That's the beauty of franchising. By definition, franchisees are duplicatable models. If a product or service can't be duplicated, then it can't be franchised. Franchising has been a real boon to consumers because with a franchisee, a successful product or service can be duplicated in hundreds or thousands of different locations all over the world. Again, McDonald's is a perfect example. The first restaurant was located in only one city, San Bernardino, California. Most everyone who ate there loved the McDonald's brothers' low-cost hamburgers and fries. But prior to franchising, only local people could enjoy their food because there was only one location. Through franchising, McDonald's was able to make their burgers and fries available in every city in the country. To date, there are 21,000 McDonald's restaurants in 101 countries and a new one opens somewhere in the world every 2 days. If consumers are happy about the concept of franchising, just think how franchisee owners and operators feel. They must be ecstatic. Obviously, for thousands of business owners, franchising is a copycatter's dream come true. Franchising, how it works. In effect, franchising is a proven way for people to copycat their way to wealth by duplicating a successful business. It is the classic example of a successful partnership. The umbrella company or franchisor expands its market share by selling a proven profitable system to an investor. The investor or franchisee buys a turnkey business, thereby minimizing his risk of avoiding the costly mistakes that inevitably occur with any new startup businesses. It's a win-win situation. Franchising is perhaps the greatest business success story of the 20th century. When McDonald's opened its first franchisee in the mid-1950s, franchising was misunderstood and perceived by most serious investors as a scam. Today, only 50 years later, franchising is a worldwide phenomenon. Amazing. Network marketing, the ultimate synergism. Imagine for a moment that you were in charge of creating the ultimate synergism for wealth creation, a synergism so awesome, so powerful, that it would touch every person on the planet and improve and enrich their lives in the process. Your synergisms would be so duplicatable that anyone could copycat it. Your synergism would be so affordable that anyone could get involved. Your synergism would grow exponentially instead of linearly. Your synergism would be available all over the world. Your synergism would touch both men and women, young and old, rich or poor. Your synergism would be the ultimate copycat system to create wealth. Well, I am delighted to report that there is such a radical synergism. It's a match made in heaven, the creative combination of two of the most powerful wealth creating vehicles in the history of the world: the marriage of franchising and exponential growth. The result is a concept I call the ultimate synergism: network marketing. What a brilliant synergistic concept, a franchisee that grows exponentially. Network marketing is synergism at its best. It's the ice cream cone, it's the automobile, it's the fax machine, and mark my words, if you thought franchising was big, you ain't seen nothing yet. So, kindly subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and share this video